Hi everyone, my name's Abby. Welcome to our TV4Education Live for today. So today I'm going to be taking you through how to create a video lesson on TV4Ed, this time on the subject of life cycles in science for grade 3 students. So if that's something that you think would interest you, then make sure to join me and I can show you either how to create a video lesson, or if you already know how, I can just show you some of the resources that we have available, both our TV4Ed and YouTube videos, as well as our existing lessons. So before I get started, make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and ring the bell so that you know when we're going live, as well as whenever we upload any of the latest TV4Education news, whether that be about our content or any updates or upgrades or anything else going on with TV4Ed. And also make sure to follow us on all of our social medias, as well as our FSI community group, which will all be linked below, so you can keep up to date with everything that we're doing. So with all that being said, I'll take you to my screen and I'll show you how you can create a lesson. So you can always look for existing lessons if you want. So if I go to the lessons tab, which I just clicked on there, and I look at life cycle, I can see that we've got some lessons here, and this one's a resource list. So I can click on this and see that it is for kindergarten and prep students, but I'll add it to my library anyway, just to see if there's any resources on there that might be of any interest to me. And I'll also show you how to edit our existing resource lists and video lessons, just our smart lessons in general, so that you can create your own from them. So I just added that one to my items. I clicked the little star and that added it automatically to my items. So to get to my items, I just click up here where my cursor is, and it will take me right there. And you can see Life Cycles Change and Growth has been saved. So I just click on that, it will open it in a new tab for me, and I can have a look at the lesson. So I can see that this is all just videos. So if I think some of these lower videos here, which I believe are YouTube videos, aren't that appropriate, they're a bit too low level for my year 3 students, I can quickly just click the bin buttons here and I can delete them, and I can edit this already existing smart lesson to be my own if I want. I can also change the order that these are in, so I can put this one up above the Look Who's Talking Crash Course Kids, above that. So I can also add my own videos if I want, so I can go to add resource and I can add TV4Ed video, a YouTube video, upload my own file, or copy and paste a URL, or just add some text if I want to, but I'll show you how to do that a bit later when we're creating our own smart lesson. So to add a question, I can just go here and I can either add a multiple choice, a yes or no, or a missing word question. So I can go to missing words, say, and I can just type the final stage in the life cycle of a butterfly is, and then I want to put my missing word after this word here. So I just click add missing word, and there you go. And then I can put a full stop at the end if I want. And I can also change the text size if I want as well. So once I have added missing word, I then click on the little text box and I just write whatever the answer is in there. And then once I've done that, I click Save Question. I click Save Question. And then that will save the question for me. And now I've got this question down here. Now this question will automatically be put at the bottom, but it actually relates to this video here, how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. So I want to push it up to the top there. And I just click the up button here, and now it's underneath that video, so the students know that the correct question is under the correct video. And you can do this for all the videos, so they can watch this video, answer a couple of questions, watch the second video, answer a couple of questions, etc. You can also edit the titles of these if you want. You can also clip these videos if you want, which I'll show you how to do a bit later on when we create our own lesson. So now I've shown you how to search for our existing smart lessons on the topic, and as well as how to edit them. I will now show you how you can create your own. So if I just go to the TV4Ed homepage, and I just go to the upper left here and click this button. Once I do that, the menu will come up and I can go to Smart Classrooms, and I go Create Lesson, and I'll open this in a new tab just to make life easy for myself. And it will ask you for the lesson name and a description. So I'll just put in life cycles, and then I'll write a science lesson for grade 3 students. And I'll click save, and I can edit this at any point just by clicking the edit button. So I want to add some resources, but first I'll quickly have a look at the resources that we do have available. So I'll just type into the top life cycle, and I'm in Smart Search right now. So this will search the title, the tags, as well as the descriptions of all the videos. If I go to title, it will just search the title, etc., etc. But I'll just do a quick life cycle search now, and we can see all of the content that we have that has been tagged as life cycle, or has it in the description or in the title. And if I go to title, it will narrow this search down further, and it will just show me all of the content that specifically relates to life cycles. So I can see this video down here. I can see it's a scoped video that I think would be appropriate for my students. I can click on it, have a look through, and think that it is appropriate for them. So I'll just copy and paste the title like that, go back to the lesson that I'm creating, click Add Resource, and I can copy and paste it in here. And make sure you've got the TV4Ed tab selected, because it won't come up if you search for YouTube or URLs or anything else. So I can see that's the first thing that's popped up. So I can click that, and then I have my first video added to this lesson. So I can edit the title if I want here. So I can edit, I can type life cycles year 1 if I want, and then I can type answers to first 3 questions in this video. And once I save it, it will now have a hint here. So this can be a question hint, or just a suggestion for your students, or anything that you want to tell your students. And then as well, I've changed the title, and that's come up now. So I want to clip this video. I only want them to watch about half of it. So I click on the little scissor button here next to the video, and this screen will pop up. So let's say you only want them to watch the first half of the video. I'll click this arrow button here, which will start my chapter, and then I'll go through to halfway through the video, and then I'll click this other arrow, and it will create the chapter for me. And then it'll come up here with the start time and the end time. And now I'll just give it a title. I'll just call it chapter 1, and I'll click create chapter, and that will create the chapter for me. I can create multiple chapters if I want. If I also want them to watch, say, the last little bit of the video, I can also do that. And I can call this one chapter 2 if I want, and click save. And now both of those are saved, so I can get out of it. And now when you or your students play this video in the lesson, it will now only play the sections you want them to see. So if I skip forward a bit to about halfway through, you see it automatically skipped to the next section of the video, so they don't see this chunk in the middle. So then again, I can add a question if I want. I can do a yes or no question. So I can say the life cycle of a butterfly has 12 stages. And then I can click no, because that answer is incorrect, and click save question. And now that question is underneath that video. So when you send this to your students, they'll click no, and then when they submit at the end, you'll be able to see whether that answer is correct or not. So you can also add YouTube videos if you want. So you can go to YouTube and look it up there, or you can go to TV4Ed. You can click the YouTube tab here and you can look through. I've already got life cycle typed in, so when I clicked over to YouTube, it just automatically had everything showing for me. So it shows you curated YouTube and regular YouTube. If you're new and you don't know the difference, curated YouTube basically has been curated by our research team here at TV4Education, meaning that it's all curriculum-based, educational, so there won't be any inappropriate or distracting content there for your students. And then YouTube is just everything that is available. So there might be some content that you can't find on curated YouTube that you'll be able to find on regular YouTube if you would like. So I can see this video here, life cycle of an ant, I think might be interesting. I can go here, copy and paste the title, would be the easiest way for me. And then I can go to add resource. I'll click YouTube. And I can add whichever one it is that I want. So this is the one that I was looking at before. You see, because I went to YouTube before, it had the wrong content for me, and then I went to curated YouTube and it came up with the correct thing. So always make sure you're clicking the correct tab, and I can click add to lesson. And then for this one, I can create another question if I want. I can click add question. So you can have multiple choice questions, and you can have up to 6 answers if you want. You don't have to type in all of these. You can just have 3 or 4 if you want, depending on the skill level. You can also have, it doesn't just have to be one answer, it can be multiple. It can say, you know, which 2 of these answers is correct, etc., etc. And then the yes or no question, which we did before, as well as the missing word question, which I showed you before how to do in the smart lesson that we edited. So you can either find our existing smart lessons, either our video lessons, study guides, or resource lists, and you can add them to your My Items and use them for both you and your students. You can add them and edit them as well if you would like, and add your own questions and videos, or take away some, or clip the existing videos that are in there. And you can also create your own from scratch with the resources that are available both on TV4Ed as well as through YouTube, through our TV4Ed search with YouTube. And so that's everything I have to show you for today. I hope you got something out of this. If you have any questions for me, make sure to leave them down below and we'll get to them as soon as we can. If you have any suggestions of content that you'd like to see in these lives, if you'd like any lessons for me to create, or if you're a teacher that teaches a specific subject or year level and you want me to show off some of the content that we have for that in both TV4Ed and YouTube and Smart Lessons, feel free to leave that in a comment below and we'll get to them as soon as we can. As I said at the beginning, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so that you can be notified whenever we're going live like this, and just keep up to date with all of the latest news that has to do with TV4Ed, as well as following all our social media and our FSI community user group, which will all be linked down below, as well as some help articles and our website. Until next time, I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you then. Bye.